Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, and I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step sunrise, sunset, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be showing you on a canvas, kind of doing it pretty fast. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And then also I wanted to just say we have something really, really cool happening on Sunday night. So we are doing a free Paint Parties online masterclass. So it's at 7 p.m. on Sunday, Mother's Day, to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. Hey Dee, I already see you doing likes. Thank you so much. And hey guys, go ahead and say hi to me. Tell me where you're from and if you are excited about learning this. Now here's the cool thing. If you are already in Paint Party headquarters, you, as soon as I'm finished with this, will have access to use this for any of your online paint parties, any of your art kits, any of those things that you want to do to make money with this. Those of you that have been waiting for, drum roll please, Paint Party headquarters to open. We are opening on, does anybody know what day? I've only been talking about it for 2 months. Sunday. Oh my gosh, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. So we are opening on Sunday. So this is the painting I am about to do for you live. Okay, so first off, I just want to say, who has been watching, let us know. Oh, Washington in the house. Who has been watching all of the series? The video 1, video 2, and video 3 series. Those are only available for a few more days. Oh, thank you for sprinkling the love. I'm not going to say the word I'm not supposed to say. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so the first step. Now, I lived in Florida for 10 years. So I am all about white sandy beaches, and so I actually add in a little bit. So we want to get our structure. So we want a sunset or sunrise, the beach, you know, the water, and then we want the beach. So I'm going to divide it into 3. So the only reason I put a little bit of sugared peach in here, 2 sleeps. Diane, I love you. Thank you for saying 2 sleeps. Yes, we open in 2 sleeps. So again, those of y'all that are just joining, I'm teaching you to paint this. I feel like I should put this somewhere so y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see it all. I'm really close today, so I want y'all to be able to see this up close. Maybe, can y'all see it like that? Like that? Maybe I can do that. So yeah, so Paint Party headquarters, I know we have lots and lots of people waiting to join Paint Party headquarters. And so we will, oh my gosh, that's good, Gail. Gail says my favorite beach. I would love to know, because I'm a beach girl. I feel like I'm part mermaid in another life. So please put your favorite beach. Somebody put your favorite beach on here. I'm gonna do this so I can kind of show you, but you can also see what I'm going towards. So I wanted to, you know, just put I'm going to break this up in thirds. So right now I'm using sugared peach with white, only just so you can kind of see the difference. But I am, you know, living in Panama City Beach for almost 10 years. I love the sugar white sand. Oh, there's my mom on there, PCB. Yes, we love that white sand. But I know I have to put a little bit of color right now just to show that there's color on there, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna move to the water. So this part, you just wanna make sure, oh yeah, Seascape, Destin, Florida, Panama City Beach, Florida, Destin, Florida. You know, I've been really wanting to go try, my friend, she went to some place in North Carolina where there's wild Mustangs. Has anybody been there? And if you have, I need to message her, but if you have been there, let us know what it is. Okay, this next part. This part is very important to me because I am all about turquoise clear waters, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from like a Laguna, so a Laguna color, into just, I'm gonna divide it because I want room for the sunset. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of Laguna and then I'm gonna add in some darker as it goes on, okay? Hey Pamela, hey Lana. Oh, thank you so much for sprinkling the love. Hello, my brother's on. Hi, Josh. How are you? The Outer Banks, maybe. Hey, The Outer Banks, that new show. Has anybody watched it yet? It's really, really good. Really good. I love it. We watched the whole series. I think it's on Netflix, maybe. Anyway, it's really good. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it's really good. So I like a good turquoise, crystal clear ocean water. Like, my dream is just to get some paddle boards and just paddleboard out into the sea where I can see all the way straight down. I love that. We have Kelly from Corsicana. Kelly, what's your favorite beach? Let us know. Hey guys, just watched it all. It's great. I know, isn't it great? It just makes you want to, like, I don't want to spoil it, but it makes you just want to go do some treasure hunting. Dang it, I spoiled it. I didn't tell you what's going to happen. Marlis, you crack me up. Mighty Heidi. I love that nickname. I love that. It's so fun. So watch that show if you haven't watched it yet. And so today, the reason I want to share this with you, there's a few different reasons, okay? I'm going to start adding a little bit of, hold on. I don't want to get the wrong color here because it's very important to the Panama City Beach in me to make sure I have a really good turquoise, okay? So I'm going to use, I know this seems weird, but a little yellow green. And I'm going to use a Laguna, okay? So the reason I'm doing this, you'll see why in a second, but I'm just going to be kind of mixing these together, but I also need to make sure that the back has a little bit of a darker. So I'm going to go to a little bit of a darker, and I'm going to do a figure 8. A figure 8. Now, if you've been to Panama City Beach area, you know if you hit it with just a little bit of that yellow green. Mary says, I lived in Hawaii. Oh my gosh, I want to go to Hawaii so bad. So bad. We had a trip planned. It was like our dream trip. We finally planned it, and we had to cancel it because of the COVID stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me quite a few days to get over that. I was like, finally, we did it. We booked the trip. And now I'm like, oh, because there was still kind of some uncertainty. If we were to fly in, we may not have been able to actually leave our hotel. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to spend all that money, be in the places I want to go to, and then not be able to actually go out and experience it. So for another dream, it will happen one day. Oh, we have Honduras. Let's see. Marta says Bay Island, Rotan Beach, in my country, Honduras. Oh, I bet that is beautiful. So I am using Laguna. Oh, and again, if you're a Paint Party Headquarters sister and you're watching this, let us know, PPHQ, sister, if you want to hashtag that. We're using Sea Breeze. We're using Laguna, and for all of y'all in Paint Party Headquarters, I will take a picture. Oh, hey Marisa. I will take a picture of all these colors so that you'll know what they are. Because remember, as a member of Paint Party Headquarters, you now have rights to use anything that I create for your online use to make money, as well as your art kits, as well as your in-person paint parties. So here is the coolest thing about this opening Mother's Day. We are keeping it the price of $35 right now, and you're gonna get so much more. We decided not to raise the price until we open again to the public in the fall. So all of y'all that are watching that are already in Paint Party Headquarters, or if you're joining on Sunday, Mother's Day, then you'll get access to like immediately start using this for however you want. So those of y'all watching, if you're just doing this at home, you know, for fun, that's not a big deal. But if you're trying to use it to make money, please join us in Paint Party Headquarters. Then you have rights to it. But the free thing we're doing is it's pinned in the comments at the top. Make sure that you sign up because I'm doing a free masterclass. And this is all about online paint parties. And we're actually having, it's free registration, but there's limited seating. So we have 7 p.m. on Sunday. So just kind of grab yourself a snack, a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to be teaching you some online paint party stuff. And it's all to do with the opening of Paint Party Headquarters. You guessed it. Okay, so I'm just kind of back and forth. I see a lot of Paint Party Headquarters jumping in. How many of y'all on here are ready to join? Like you've been waiting, you're so excited. I know we have a lot of Paint Party Headquarters are like, yeah, come on in. It's just so awesome. And they know that, you know, this is our big 2-year anniversary. And they know that we are getting ready to welcome all of y'all in. And so they're excited too. Because here's the thing, like we have all levels. And so I'm just so happy it's kind of as bad as all of this stuff has been with everything that's been happening. It's almost like it's pushed all of our Paint Party Headquarters sisters to not just have in person, but now have, oh my gosh, I see a lot of people that are ready. Yes, oh my gosh, Ruth, I can't wait. I can't wait to get to know you more. Nancy's waiting, Lana's waiting, we have Amber. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So what's been cool is because, you know, our whole in-person parties have had to pivot, you know, this future of paint parties, it's all of a sudden turned us to where, you know, I've been a person where it's all about, look how I'm just going back and forth, a very horizontal, simple kind of thing. And then I'm just going to barely dip it into the white and just kind of add in just little hints, nothing major. But what's been so cool to see is that our Paint Party Headquarters sisters, where they thought maybe they only had one way to make money through paint parties and were terrified to do Facebook Lives, even though I've been telling them to do Facebook Lives forever. They're starting to do Facebook Lives. They're selling art kits. And so it's gone from, you know, Paint Party Headquarters of me just teaching you how to do in-person parties to me helping you how to do online paint parties, as well as, you know, pretty much anything creative you want to, you know, start to do online, as well as art kits. So we have been seeing a lot of great results with that, and then also learning, you know, a lot of the marketing behind it, you know, and those of y'all in Paint Party Headquarters that are still getting the hang of that. Yes, Facebook Lives. Yes, definitely. Okay, so we have some little white in there. Not a big deal. We just put some white. But you can see how just that little bit of blending, okay? Now this part is really fun. So you always want to get these 3 sections. So I'm going to start with, let me start with my yellow first. And my yellow color is cadmium yellow. And then I'm going to go to an orange twist. And then from an orange twist to a bright orange. And then just a very, very small hint of brilliant red. Now, I encourage you to, because it can be overwhelming, the amount of colors in a sunrise, sunset. So when you're doing this, just kind of be ready. Like if you're teaching this at an in-person party, definitely be ready. But if you're teaching this for an online paint party, it would be a lot easier because you're not having to get out paints. I mean, because look at my paint section. It's a lot of colors, right? But you're not, if you're doing this online, you don't have to get out so many paints, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of go in here and then just kind of start to blend in that orange twist with the yellow. Now this, if you wanna let dry for just half a second while you move up to a little bit darker. And then have fun with this part. So I'm doing kind of a figure 8, bringing it in, and this is just a 1-inch brush, kind of a figure 8. And this is just a fun summertime painting where you can, you know, drink a margarita, have some fun painting, maybe even an outside venue if, you know, like as restaurants start to open up, I think right now we're at 50% capacity. We could have like a, you know, a outdoor venue where it's still nice before, especially in Texas, before all of a sudden it gets to be, you know, 200 degrees here. But right now, we're still good. Right now, it's not too bad. All right, see how I did too much orange? All I'm gonna do is grab this, and then you just do this. And Dawn says, do you have to attend the masterclass Sunday to get info on how to join? And Dawn, that is a great, great question. So no, we have Sunday morning. You do not have to get up at 6 a.m., I promise. But there will be an email as long as you're on my email list, which you can register by registering for the online masterclass, because you'll get a replay too. You'll get a replay of the masterclass if you can't make it live. But anybody who is on my email list will get an email that says, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time. It's 6 a.m. on Sunday, Mother's Day. And what a great way to start the day. So again, I'm not saying get up at 6 a.m. You can still sleep in, especially if you're a mom. Make sure you sleep in. And then once you sleep in, when you get up, go ahead and log in and sign up. Now, you can, of course, if you sign up, still come to the masterclass. It's totally free. And I'll be answering questions there. So if you just want to learn more. But yeah, you could officially go ahead. I'm going to get a little bit of red. And you could officially go ahead and sign up Sunday morning at 6 a.m. So we have the doors open. And then this will be the last time at the $35 a month price, just because I'm literally like my paint party headquarter girls that are watching this can literally take this immediately and go teach it online and make money online with it and do whatever they want with it online. So the reason we've upgraded the whole thing, because it used to be just for in-person parties. And if y'all have questions about it, please let me know. I'm gonna add a little bit of white to this yellow so that I can make the sun lighter. So we had, really pivoted, and what keeps me up at night is figuring out how I can help paint party headquarters ladies make more money. That is what I'm always thinking about. Like, okay, what happened with Debbie? Why did her art kits not sell? And why did Susan sell 1,000? Like, what is the difference, right? Like, that's what drives me is knowing, like, okay, if this worked for so-and-so, why didn't it work for somebody else? And then really trying to problem solve that for you so that you can have an easier way to go about it. Because what I've learned more than anything about creative people is we're really good at creating, we're really good at making beautiful things, but then when it comes to actually, and let me know if you agree with this. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah says, been a member for over a year and I'm not sure I'll ever leave. I would love to have you forever, Sarah. You're so sweet. The thing I've learned about creative people is that we're really good at like making pretty things and thinking, this is fun, right? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I am having a blast right now painting this. And so we have so much, heart and soul for what we do that we struggle sometimes with the marketing part. And that's the thing about doing stuff online. And I'm just taking a little bit of white, dabbing it in. If you don't know how to do the marketing part, you could be the best painter, the best artist, the best crafter, the best anything. And it does not matter if you don't know how to tell people about it, or you can't figure out how to tell people about it. So instead of trying to figure all of that out, Sarah says, gotta hop off now and teach a Facebook Live. Go for it. Now you got rights to this. Go for it, Sarah. You got to know how to do that. I'm actually going to turn this into a solid, because this I had done as a couple, so there's actually a second one with this. So it tends to make it into a, no, maybe I'll leave it like that so you can see how to do a couples painting. What do y'all think? Do you want me to leave it so you can see how to do a couples painting? Or do you want me to turn it into like a one person painting? Let me know. So that's the main thing. So there's a story about this lady. So a few years back, now I can't really take phone calls too much because I my schedule is pretty intense now. But when I was able to kind of take phone calls and actually talk to people, you know, like I said, used to, I mean, now we're at almost 800 members. So it's really, really hard for me like to take, you know, personal phone calls and talk to people. But this was a few years back before I had a bunch of members and I was doing more of like a boot camp. It was right before we had our 2-year anniversary. Couples, one person, yes, couples, one person. We're having a one person. We're having a double. We're having a couple of things. Okay. So maybe I'll leave it like this. I can always, basically, if you want to make it into a one person, just make your son over a little bit. Just make it into a little bit. We have a lot of one person. Let me see if I can do that in front of y'all. Okay, so I made a mistake, so I'm going to turn this into a giant sun. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. I think I can do it. So when you make a mistake, you just turn it into something good, right? Make a mistake, turn it into something good. So I'm just going to go back with some orange. Blend. We have a lot of one person, so I'm going to do that really quick, okay? Hold on. But a few years back, there was an old lady that I'm not sure how she got my number. And I'm not saying old to be rude at all, but like I think she was in her early 90s, maybe late 80s. And she called me, she got my number somehow, or she requested to talk to me, and it was before I wasn't as busy with all this online stuff. And so she wanted to talk to me about how she could get her art there. And it broke my heart because she was telling me how, I'm just taking some of the yellow now and turning it into this. What is a couple? So like this, there's a second painting that goes with it so that one person can paint this side and then the second person would paint the second side of the beach. That would have the rest of the sun, the water would continue, and then this path would come together like that. I might bring out do y'all want to see the other paintings so you can see it as a couple's painting? Let me know if you do. And then those of y'all that are joining, before I tell my story about the older lady, remember, in the link in the comments, there is a free masterclass, 7 p.m. on Mother's Day, to teach you about online paint parties. It's called Paint Parties Online Masterclass, and it's at 7 p.m., but you have to register. So it's not gonna be on Facebook. It's actually gonna be in like a Zoom meeting, but I won't see your face, but you'll see my face. And then you'll be able to ask me questions and all of that. And it's just going to the big kickoff for the opening of Paint Party headquarters. This part's so fun. It's just like mesmerizing whenever you can just keep circling. Hey, Susan's on here. Susan, how many kits have you sold? Brag on yourself, please. I was telling somebody over 1,000, but I think you're way over that now. Susan is a superstar in Paint Party headquarters, and the woman has sold so many paint kits. I think she's a little embarrassed to talk about it because she sold so many, and I'm like, no, that's inspiring. I don't know about y'all, but when I see somebody that is doing a lot of stuff, it's like you want to hear it because it's inspiring. Okay, while Susan's hopefully telling that, I'm going to go grab the second one of this. 1,700? Let's give her a slow clap. I've always wanted a slow clap. Susan, you are a rock star. Oh my gosh. So, and how long? Is that in less than a month? So Susan, in our Paint Party headquarters, who does paint parties, she used to do paint parties for schools. Obviously schools right now are not happening right now. And so I'm sure she reached out to all her contacts, and now she's already at $1,700, not $1,700 in paint kits, 1,700 paint kits. Girl, you gotta be tired. I bet you're so tired. Okay, so let him know in what time frame that is. I'm gonna go grab the partner of this. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, sorry about that. What time frame was that in? and much more work than doing parties, but I love the challenge. Let's see, it's been about 6 weeks. Oh my gosh, 1,700 paint kits in 6 weeks. Okay, so here is the, if you were to do like a couples paint party, see how it's like together? So then you have, you know, a date night, and then they each paint part of the painting. So when it comes together, you have your son together. The goal is that they work nicely together. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get like a husband who's being silly, or a boyfriend, and then the next thing you know, it's like one has a casino on the other side. Something like that. So anyway, that's kind of like how the couples goes. So if that helps you some. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. We have this, just the background. I'm going to add just a little bit more red to the top. And the key is to have just the background all done first, okay? I'm going to wipe off a little bit of that red. Yeah, and on Sunday, we're going to be talking a little bit about art kits as well. So again, I think that's what's been really cool about the potential. So people have gone from, you know, this uncertainty of paint parties being, you know, stopped. Of course, we're going to have in-person paint parties again. I can't wait to schedule all of my, oh, dang it. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Oh, that actually shows better with it flat. Huh, who knew? Can y'all see that okay? It might be better flat. So we went from the uncertainty of paint parties to now people trying stuff online to having a lot of really great success with that. Maybe that'll work. Can y'all see that okay? Hopefully. Okay, so now we are going to, let's see, we're going to add a little bit of the fence, but I'm going to go to the fence first because this was dry first. And then we'll go to the palm trees. So let me show you just an easy, quick way to add fencing. So I'm going to be using dark chocolate, okay? And then, yeah, pick up my room, and she has a pickup, like maybe kind of like a porch pickup, I believe. Some people do delivery. I don't technically recommend delivery. I've done it a few times. I don't absolutely love it. What I like to do is say like, hey, meet me at a Starbucks between this time and this time. Oh, good. It's much easier to see. Okay, good. So I'm using, for those of y'all that are in Paint Party headquarters and you're going to be using this right away, a dark chocolate and a raw sienna. But again, you can use pretty much anything. I just, up close you can see, I just start to have fun with some colors. The main thing is just having the left side darker than the right side, okay? All right, so we're just gonna draw in just a little bit of the dark brown paint, and we're just gonna kind of get a position. So we'll start here and just kind of go up. And then we're not making them too thick yet. Then we're gonna start here and just kind of bring this one over. So once you have it, then you can start playing around with the thickness. Oh my gosh, yeah, everybody is so excited about Susan and her kits. Y'all, that's the thing. We have, in Paint Party headquarters, we have, so you don't have to ask Susan so many questions. We have a whole training that tells all about different things that you can do in there. And Susan, we actually have an interview with her. She's very, very so sweet and willing to share different things that, you know, she's done that's working for her. But I think what people forget is, you know, you have this paint party business, and then when your in-person paint parties stop, all of a sudden we think, well, we can't do any paint parties, or we can't do art kits, or we can't do online. And you have to remember, you had a whole network of people that have supported you and have done paint parties with you, you know, like Susan, for years, you know. So a lot of your customers that you've already had, they want to support you. You know, I don't know about y'all, but like, you know, we want to support our businesses that we love. You know, the last thing we want to have happen is the places and the people that we love going to. You know, last Saturday when stuff started opening, me and Pixie were like, let's go to the square. Like, you know, who can we eat with? Who can, you know, is there a shop open? Is there somebody on the square that we can spend money with? Because we love our square so much. It's like our place that we go. It's the place that when we're bored, we go walk around and go to the candy store and walk into the boutiques. And if you just go look, but you never buy, you know, you're taken away from the chance of, you know, going on Amazon. Yeah, we order on Amazon too. I'm not saying like, you know, don't ever find the right price, but I'm also saying there's something to be said for taking a Saturday afternoon with your family and going and create, you know, having something fun. And so I think sometimes we forget, we're like, it's all about the cheapest price. It's all about the cheapest price. Not always. Like, you know, when me and Pixie go and we go to our favorite restaurant on the square and then we go look at some of the boutiques, like those are some of my favorite days. And I think sometimes we think, oh, if we just, you know, we can get it cheaper on Amazon. Well, yeah, we can, but is Amazon going to have an awesome square, or is Amazon going to have a really cool shop, or is that restaurant that means so much to you and your family still going to be there if we don't jump in and support them right now? So, you know, instead of just doing something, like if you really want, you know, like I don't know, the normalcy of just the fun. Oh, I'm just taking a dark green. Sorry, I just got sidetracked on my little square. Let's see. Festive green is the first one. And then yellow green. Do order supplies from you for classes. Beth, are you talking about, oh yeah, and Susan, I think Susan shared her page too. She's having a lot of questions, so I know it's called the Art Barn, I believe. Is that right, Susan, the Art Barn? Yeah, she says, we've had youth group pastors order 50 to 30 kits to do a Zoom with their youth and 3 virtual paint parties and an order of 26 kits for birthday parties yesterday. I'm telling y'all, guys, Susan is not the only one that is doing that. She's definitely killing it. I think she's our superstar for sure, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it too. So she is a beast. Oh my gosh, Susan is so good at that kind of stuff. She just goes for it. And she's so sharing. I'm telling you, like we have an interview in Paint Party headquarters where she was sharing like how to get paint parties for the spring, as well as you can see just on this live, how much she loves to just share. Because here's the thing, like there is enough out there for all of us. You know, we don't all need a gazillion paint parties or gazillion art kits to sell to make a decent living. So I just want y'all to know, and I'm just bringing this round brush down like this. Oh, good. She added her little thing there. So you just want to know, like, you know, how can you do stuff online? How can you make something really cool, you know, selling art kits, things like all those different kinds of things. And whenever I was going to tell you about that older lady, I keep saying old lady, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to add some of these little green streaks with a little bitty brush, okay? So a little brush here. And those of y'all that are just joining, make sure you sign up for the free class on Sunday. So we are leading up to the opening of Paint Party headquarters. This is the 2-year anniversary. The last time that we will be open at the $35 rate. So it's $35 a month, and then we are closing the doors until September to the public, and the price will never, ever, ever be that that low again because I've added all the online elements. So you can literally take my designs, use them for kits right away. Lots of different resources. I'm going to use some green with the raw sienna and kind of just add into some of this. So it's just a little bit, looks kind of like some seagrass. But yeah, so this old lady, I talked to her on the phone and she's like, Heidi, it's just not fair. I've had my stuff in museums. I've had people who have commissioned me, like, you know, big time commissions throughout her life. She's like, I've had so many things happen in my art career that have, you know, put her in this place of prestige. And she said, and it's just not fair. And she even like kind of called me out. She's like, I still see, you know, people like you that are able to make more money than I am. And here I am. I've had my stuff here. I've had my stuff there. And she just started talking about like all of these accomplishments and how frustrated she was that even through all of these accomplishments, she wasn't able to make money. And so the reason I share that story is because it just made me so sad. It made me happy that she was like able to have commissions and do stuff like that. But then it also made me really sad for her because I feel like she didn't know how to market herself. And so many artists out there are in that same boat. Oh, Susan says, I still don't know all this stuff. I always sign up for everything. I'm so appreciative of you, Heidi, and all the members here. Oh, you're so, so sweet. Yeah, so I don't know. It just made me really sad because, you know, here's this lady in her, I mean, I'm guessing late 80s, 90s, something like that. And she has just, you know, struggled with how to market. I'm using the little bit of sugared peach with some raw sienna. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on there. She just kind of struggled, you know, her whole life because she didn't know how to market. And so I think that's where Paint Party Headquarters is different because yes, you know, you get a painting tutorial every month that you can use. Usually there's a few more than that because if I go live like right now, they immediately have rights to it. But you also get all of the marketing, the social media goodness, all that stuff that I love so much. So some of y'all on there, tell me the people that are on here watching that that maybe have an art degree, that feel like, okay, I can do this because I have an art degree. And then I want you to tell me the other people on here that are already doing this that don't have an art degree. I just want to see in the comments because I want y'all to know that I am self-taught. I had a couple of art classes. I have my associates in art, which meant I took, you know, a couple of art classes, but for the most part, I am totally self-trained. I went to, I got my marketing degree in college. Maybe that's why I fell in love with marketing so much. And then I have my minor in psychology. So I don't have like this fine art degree. And whenever I was talking to her, I was like, you know, I hate to say this, you know, because I know she was so much more talented than me, but she just did not know how to market herself. And it just made me so sad because you see so many talented people out there. And part of it has to do with our personalities. We're sensitive. We feel like we shouldn't market ourselves. We feel like we're, you know, not doing the right thing. If we talk about, how dare us talk about like wanting to charge for something, you know, how dare us? And then you also have that side of like, you know, am I good enough? Is this going to be good enough? And guys, you have to remember, it's not about you. It's about them. So how many of y'all, let me know. Let's see, I have a degree. I'm clueless about marketing. Teach me. Nancy, I would love to teach you. Julie says, no art degree. I'm a nurse. Nancy says, I have an art degree. I'm clueless. Yep, I don't have a degree, but have painted for 30 years and love it. You don't have to have a degree to teach paint parties or do online paint parties. You definitely don't have to have a degree to sell art kits. None of that. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. So here's doing this, no art degree, way more about helping people and having fun painting. Yeah, I find sometimes when you've been trained really rigidly in fine arts, sometimes it's hard to let go of that notion. And I'm just adding some little details into this tree. So this could get, you know, as detailed as you want. But I find sometimes if you're like super trained in fine art, stuff like that, then this part could be a little bit more challenging. So I want to see on here, coming from a person who does not have a fine art degree, me, and you've been watching this painting right now, and how many of y'all are like, I just want to paint it. Like, I just want to go home and paint it. I just want to get out all the color, because we are all home. that was a stupid remark. But you know, how many of y'all on here are just like, yes, I want to paint that. That looks so much fun. And it's pretty easy. You saw, I just did a strip, and a strip, right? So a lot of times, you know, we put that like, oh, who am I to teach this or show somebody that? When, guys, I have said this 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more times. I'm just adding some lime green here. Well, it's yellow green right here. And I'm just gonna put, with my liner brush, just little hints of it on kind of the bottom of this. But yeah, so I already have a comment. I can't wait to paint this. Can't wait. So many people on here. Yeah, Kimberly, I can't wait to paint it. So many people on here like are excited about painting something, and a lot of times it doesn't have to be this major fine art thing. It just, you know, we want something fun. Like this right here, it's easy. There's no tracers. You just go for it. It's a blast. You're not worried about words. You're not worried about making sure your stencils are right. You're just literally painting it. And you could, if you wanted to take it a step further, you could paint this on like a wood palette and put like a last name or something on it if you wanted to. Like, you know, the beach or something like that. Shirley says 80% of paint party business is learning marketing. Yay, Heidi helps us with that. Yes, you are a very good student, Shirley, because it is 80 to 90%, I would almost say, is learning marketing. And so again, like I said, you know, to that lady, I mean, I was like, I am so sorry. I said, you know, I'm, you know, pretty 100% sure that you're probably a way better artist than me. And the problem is learning how to let people know that. So I'm going to start this fence here, and this is going to go from here to here. And again, I just want to remind everybody who's on here, because I know we have people popping on and popping off. In the description, there is a link to a free Paint Parties online masterclass that's going to happen this Sunday at 7 p.m. Now, it's important for you to be there if you are interested in learning how to teach paint parties online. You want to hear about art kits. You want to hear about, you know, the future of paint parties and where we're going with this. And what I have found is this just excitement from our paint party headquarter girls that went, you know, we all went through this phase of like, want, you know, what happened? Everything canceled, right? To now this excitement of, oh my gosh, there's even more opportunity than I've ever seen before. Annette, first time to comment, but I love your videos. Annette, thank you for commenting. Do y'all realize when you comment, when you sprinkle the love, when you do hearts, all of that like helps my business. Even if you never buy anything from me, it helps my business. So I just want to say thank you, Annette, so much for commenting. If we register and cannot attend, will there be a replay later? Francine, yes. So we will have it live. So I will be answering questions. Let's see, can we buy the kits from you, honey, and take classes here from you? So I only sell the kits local. I don't ship them. However, if you are in my area, let me know, message me. But if you're not, and if you want to join Paint Party Headquarters for $35 a month, you will get tutorials. So let's say you want to join just for the community, just for the painting, but you don't really want to do the business side yet. Maybe you think you don't want to do the business side yet, but maybe later you do. There is still a ton of stuff in there that you might really, really love, that you might not even know you love. And then once you get in there, start to kind of to fill that out. So I'm just going to use that sugared peach and a little brown. And I'm just going to add just a little bit on the left side. So again, nothing major, just a blob, a blob, a blob, and a blob, okay? Now I'm going to take the dark brown, and I'm just going to kind of tie this fence together. So I'm just going to kind of like haphazardly, nothing major, just kind of tie it together. I'm just going to make it kind of go off a little bit there. And then I'm just going to kind of rough it up and then bring in some greenery. Yes, so Beth, go ahead and register. Sherry just says she signed up for Sunday. If you have not signed, actually let me know in the comments if you already signed up for Sunday. Sunday, if you're not sure what it is, we are doing a free live masterclass. It's pinned in the comments and at the top of the comments and in the description. So we're doing a free live masterclass all about online paint parties, the possibilities of online paint parties. Again, it looks more complicated when it's far back, but when it's close up, it is literally just like blobbing. Lots of blobbing, right? Not a lot of crazy stuff here, just some blobbing. So yeah, so you'll definitely want to be there if for some, and again, I answer questions. Oh, Cindy, I'm so glad. Let's see, Cindy signed up, Annette signed up, Gail signed up, Shirley just signed up, Lana, yes, Nancy. Okay, Beth, if you want to sign up, go ahead and sign up with the pinned comment. Ruth signed up, and we do have limited seating. So last time we ran out of seats. I did not realize there would be more than 100 people that would want to come, and we maxed out right away. So I actually upped it to 500 seats. So we do still have limited seating. I don't think we would get to 500, but I also didn't think we would sell out of Dollywood tickets in 10 hours. So I don't know what will happen. So make sure if you are wanting to come, I'm just going to add a little bit of black with some white to add a little bit more shading. So make sure if you want to come that you get there about 15 minutes early. About 15 minutes early. And then just have a cup of tea. I answer, so I'll go through kind of a presentation. Okay, so Leanne, there's a couple of different things we're talking about. So Paint Party Headquarters opens on Sunday. That's $35 a month, and yes, it does open at 6 a.m. You do not have to get up at 6 a.m. to join Paint Party Headquarters. Please, 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 still sleep in on Sunday. We all love our Sunday sleeping in. If you just want to set your alarm at 6 a.m. to get up to be ready, the email will go out at 6 a.m. But I promise, I promise you can still join Paint Party Headquarters if you sign up at 9 a.m. on Sunday, okay? Then if you want to enjoy a free masterclass that's kind of, you know, giving some information about online paint parties, all of those great things that are going on, then that's totally for free. And then you can learn more about online paint parties. And then of course, I'm going to be telling you about Paint Party Headquarters and what's all included. So a lot of you have already made your decision. You have been waiting for Paint Party Headquarters to open. And yes, of course, you can join us Sunday night, but you probably already know. And those of you that already know, I'm mixing a little gray and white and just a little of the brown, the burnt sienna, just to kind of like blob in some lines here. Just nothing major, just kind of some messiness in here. So a lot of you have already made your decision and you're ready to join Paint Party Headquarters, like you know. But some of y'all are new to this and you're like, what the heck is this girl talking about? And so you might want to know a little bit more. And so Sunday night, we're going to do that master class to kind of help people see, you know, what to do to start online paint parties and the potential. And I think that's where it's been so exciting to see, you know, people like Caitlin in our paint party headquarters group that I think she's on her 3rd online paint party. And she was doing all in person, and now she's doing online paint parties. And there's something about, like, of course, I miss the in-person, but when you have a party of let's say 20 people in person and you give them this brush, this brush, this brush, and sometimes I give them this brush, that's 20 times 4. You're looking at 80 brushes that you're washing. Well, when I do an online paint party, I'm looking at 4 brushes I'm washing. So there's a lot of really, really cool stuff to do with that. Okay, so I got the stuff added. Oh, let me add just a little hint with this brush. And again, if you are in Paint Party Headquarters already, you can go ahead and just use this and start teaching it online to do whatever you want. So I'm just making a path, okay? So this is a path to kind of bring over, and I can make it a little bit more with the sugared peach, just so it has that, okay? And then, of course, if you want to add glitter to anything, this is always my favorite glitter. Oh my gosh, so Christy Farlow says, oh, thank you, Gail. Yeah, if you have a question, go ahead and you can PM me or you can ask me here. And then also on Sunday night, you'll see after I do the whole training, I literally just answer questions until you're done asking questions. So, so sometimes people stay on for a while. Do we get all the supplies from you? I'm not clear on this. Oh, I'll answer that. So Christy says, I have a few virtuals. It's starting to catch on. I have 17 for Wednesday so far. That is amazing, Christy. Congratulations. So you can take your glitter and then you can put that anywhere. So I'm just gonna put it on the sun here so you can kind of see how it looks in just a second. Okay, so somebody asked if you get the supplies from me. So if you're doing in-person paint parties and you were to come to one of my in-person paint parties, there's the glitter. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? Yeah, you can see it. So you could add glitter anywhere. Isn't that cool? So cool. So, so here's the thing about the supplies. Let me go back and make sure I'm reading this right. I feel like oh, Kimberly says, I've been listening to all of your videos and information. I feel like we could be best friends. We're so much alike. That is awesome, Kimberly. What size is your canvas? This one is 11 by 17. 11 by 17. These are 16 by 20. 16 by 20, 11 by 17. So you can see the difference. The difference in them. So she said something about supplies. Let's see. Okay, so Beth Ann says, I'm not clear on this. Do we get all the supplies from you? So no. So what Paint Party Headquarters is, so let me just go ahead and make sure I'm giving you all the right information. So, and I want to show off my paintings while I talk. There's the couples painting and the single painting. So y'all can see that. So what it is Paint Party Headquarters, basically, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties online, in person, and with art kits. So what I'm teaching you to do is how to have paint parties yourself, how to have online paint parties yourself, how to do Facebook Lives that actually make a difference. So we have been giving away this free series on paint parties online. These will go away in about 5 days. So if you have not watched video 1, video 2, video 3, they're less than 10 minutes long. I highly recommend you binge watch them They are on my blog at texasartandsoul.com. So if somebody wants to type in Texas Art and then andsoul.com, that would be awesome. So under the blog, you're gonna see those 3 videos. Now, I highly recommend you take 30 minutes and just binge watch. They're less than 10 minutes. It's gonna give you so much information. And then what I'm teaching you to do is I teach people how to make money doing this. So I teach you how to make money teaching paint parties in person. I teach you how to make money teaching paint parties online through virtual paint parties, through virtual birthday parties, through virtual corporate parties, through all of those details. I teach you how to build. Oh, thank you, Ruth Ann. Oh, I think you forgot the D. Hold on. Maybe add the D in there. I think we did an S instead of the D. I do that stuff all the time. I'll like type something real quick and then I'll do the wrong thing. And then we also teach you now how to do art kits. So what I am so proud of with my Paint Party Headquarter girls is that we have been in a time where we could have literally just been like, wah-wah, and just called it quits, right? We've been in that time where that could have happened. But instead of that, we have pivoted. We have been teaching you how to do online paint parties. We have been teaching you how to do Facebook Lives. And Beth Ann says, I think I'm too shy to do this. Oh, hang around us, girl. We'll get you out of your shell. And that's the coolest thing about this is, you know, I posted a video of some of my first Facebook Lives and they were so embarrassing. I mean, so embarrassing. I was awful at them. But there's something to be said about doing a Facebook Live. Like right now, we've had anywhere from 100 to 200 people watching. When it was just my mom watching, it was so, like, I was still terrified, but I knew it was just her, so I'd be okay. Where now it's like, you know, there's something to be said for as you grow, you get better. You start to find your voice. You start to get better at it. So I'm really excited to help y'all. I want to just, you know, make sure you know that this Sunday, so Sunday we open the doors. We will not open the doors again to the public until September. So if you are ready to join Paint Party Headquarters, make sure you are getting my emails, okay? So let's see, Julie says, I thought I was. She helps you get the confidence. Yeah, and with practice for sure. Practice, you know, doing things over and over again, that discipline of practicing will give you more confidence. So make sure you sign up for Sunday night, 7 p.m. That's a total free Paint Parties online masterclass. Seats are limited. It is not on Facebook Live, so you have to sign up for it. And then those of you that are already ready, you know that you want to be in Paint Party Headquarters and you've just been waiting for the doors to open. We are finally here. We've been prepping for months to get this all ready for you, and it seems like it's been forever since we have been waiting for the doors to open. But I just want y'all to know, if you, again, it's $35 a month. You can cancel it anytime, but you are going to learn so much. I mean, so much. So I'm excited. And again, all of you Paint Party Headquarter girls watching, I just love y'all so much. And just know that you can immediately take this design and go with it. I'll post a bunch of pictures in our group so you can check it out and do whatever you want with it. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a great day, and check the link in the description to sign up for the free masterclass, and I will see y'all Sunday night. All right, bye, guys.